Hey there, West Michigan, and happy Friday to you. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the beautiful weather today. I am meteorologist Will Haney, as you can see on your screen, and we're going to get this conversation started. Going to be detailing the cooler air on the way this weekend, and then some warmer temperatures on the way for next week. But overall, pretty quiet pattern. The cooler air this weekend may feature a few showers as well, kind of forming off of Lake Michigan, some lake effect rain showers, but they are pretty moisture starved, so not much in the way of any significant rain, and any rain will be brief and I think pretty spotty in nature. So I'm going to share this to my page really quick, and then we will get things going. But like I said, hopefully everyone enjoying the day today. Let me know what you're up to and if you have any weekend plans. All right. Let's do this. I was just going to share this as I always do. And it is done. It has been done. Okay. So let's jump in here. I'm going to flip some things around. There we go. So things are quiet out there right now. It was a breezy day today. Got a photo of a couple recycling bins knocked over, which I kind of chuckled at, which you never know if that's the truck when they're setting it down. But I think in today's wind, I heard a lot of lids flapping and tapping the side of the recycling bins in my neighborhood. Barb, the heat will be back on a little bit next week, but not, I wouldn't necessarily call it heat. I would call it warmth. Mikey, hello, happy Friday. And oh man, I'm jealous. Orlando, that sounds fun. I don't know if you're at Universal or the land of Mickey, but either way, or maybe you're just in Orlando doing some golf or something, but enjoy, Mikey. I bet it is hot there. And Katie, it is a little chilly out there. Trying to tempt me to say a word that's kind of silly. Anyways, Carla Hazard in South Haven, capturing this photo today. Pretty great shot from Carla, honestly, showing one of those waves crashing the pier. It's always cool when the spray is as tall as the lighthouse, and she captures that here pretty well. Wind was predominantly like west-northwest, so it was a little more, oh man, excuse me, significant. I had a bunch of chili for dinner, so I'm like, there's some like, you know that feeling after you eat a bunch? You're just like cozy. I got my hoodie on. This is my Goonies. I'm very proud of this hoodie. I don't know if it's going to be backwards. Can you guys see that? I don't know if anyone can see that, but it's my 40th anniversary Goonies Astoria, Oregon sweatshirt. Is my pride and joy, and Goonie till I die. Anyways, Ted Calkins in Kalamazoo. Sunrise this morning, pretty nice. And really quickly, I'll show you. This was sunset just about an hour and a half ago from Karen Cruz at Sand Lake. That's in Nottawa Township. That is in St. Joseph County. So we had a really great sunrise and a good sunset today. We will take it. Let's see. All right, so satellite and radar, just showing you really quickly. We do have some mostly cloudy skies still in play right now, although there are some breaks starting to form. The cumulus, those lower clouds are starting to break up a little bit more, and it's mostly like higher base clouds right now. Any precipitation tonight stays well north of us. There is a very potent area of just some cooler temperatures kind of draped across Ontario right now, spinning counterclockwise. Hopefully just Harthorn doesn't need me. She was just walking by on the phone. All right. I don't think she's called me. No. So yeah, you can see some rain a little farther north, but nothing really in our vicinity. Now that could change a little bit into the weekend, which we're going to detail now. So I'm going to play this forward kind of in slow motion. So starting things off tomorrow morning, temperatures as we start off your Saturday, they're going to be chilly, upper 40s, low 50s. Should see some sun early, and then I think trend a little bit more cloudy quickly. Kind of what happened today. Started off with some sun, then we clouded over. That's in large part because we have cooler air working its way across Lake Michigan. So we're getting that cloud formation kind of coming off the lake. If it were a few months from now, we might be talking about something different than these rain showers. But, our model here picks up maybe some very spotty raindrops as early as the afternoon. I think the best timing for showers is going to be really late tomorrow night into the overnight hours, which you kind of see here. It kind of picks up on that. It's not even impossible that we would see an isolated thunderstorm given the instability kind of coming off of Lake Michigan. But overall, I think that chance is pretty low. And most of these should be done by early Sunday. I do think Sunday should be a little bit drier, although you can see here it's still not impossible that we see just a few isolated showers into the afternoon. Those, again, are like lake effect rain showers. So kind of similar to lake effect snow in the wintertime or late fall, in the sense that you just get these like little brief bursts, That would kind of be the deal with the rain. And it's not going to be super heavy, but you might see like a shower. And if it does rain, it's not going to last long. It'll be like 5-10 minutes tops, and then you'll have some dry time. So by no means is this weekend a washout. It won't be quite as windy as today was. I'm going to be putting together a list of some of our top wind gusts. But as you might expect, we did have a cold front earlier today. And our strongest winds with the westerly component were at some of our lakeshore counties. There were some, I believe, that got over 45 miles per hour. Not quite wind advisory criteria area wide, but there were some isolated areas with like 40, 45 mile per hour gusts. So again, I'll be compiling that. And Sarju bot scammer, get out of here. Block user, delete comment. Oh, it's so satisfying when I get these WhatsApp or like, I made $500 in 2 hours. If you would want to do the same thing, just email this email and then I'll hook you up. Do you guys ever get those texts? I got one the other day. It was like, earn $1,000 a day by answering phones for 2 hours. And I was like, man, that sounds pretty nice. I would do that job. So then I sent them my social and like 3 of my credit cards. So hopefully that's not a problem. Anyways, Carla, I shouldn't be sarcastic. Good evening in Sturgis. And, Mikey shared me out. Man, I shouldn't be joking around about sharing my social. Dan, hello in Hastings. Oh, in Hastings for the night. You have a good night too, Dan. And Jesse, hello. Canham, hello. Ken, hello. Chris, hello. And Mikey is laughing at my stupidity. All right. So that's the weekend. Nice and cool. Today was also cool. 66 was the high. We average right now highs in the upper 70s. This is my favorite time of year in West Michigan and really in Michigan in general. That's hard to say. But I do think as far as the best weather of the year, September is usually pretty hard to beat, in my opinion, because we usually lack humidity by this point in the season. We can still get humid, but it's usually the drier heat if we get hot. And, it's less common that we get those like 90-degree days. It's more upper 70s, low 80s, and like low humidity. It's usually a pretty relatively dry part of the year as well. So I don't know. I just love September. I always tell people not from Michigan, I'm like, if you're going to plan a trip to Michigan, plan it the week after Labor Day or like 2 weeks after Labor Day, because the water is still warm in the lakes. It's still usually pretty nice. Now, that would maybe backfire this year because if you're looking for like a nice warm summery vacation, the last couple weeks have not really been that. In fact, when we look at the last couple weeks, check out all those blue bars. So all the way back, the last time we had a day above average or even in the 80s was nearly 2 weeks ago. So on August 23rd, which is pretty wild. So it's been a minute since we've even just seen some 80s. It's even been a few days since we've seen the 70s, and it's going to be another few days before we see those 70s because we're back in the 60s, and we're going to stay that way this weekend. Hey, one thing happening this weekend, really quickly. What's the weather for Saturday in Allegan nighttime? Canham, I would say there is a very low chance for some intermittent showers. It'll be a little breezy and a little chilly. Very similar to honestly how it is right now outside, but just tomorrow and with a little bit better of a chance of some off and on showers. So I don't know I think it's Allegan County Fair, I think is still going on. But anyways, Chanel, thank you for the kind words. I'm going to block your comment because I didn't mean to show it. Oh no. People. I love that comment though. All right, Jesse, Mikey Lewis, St. Joe County Fair starts in a couple weeks. Good to know, Jesse. Good to know. And Chanel, you play nice now. Don't comment stuff like that. Anyways, I won't show it again. Harvest Moon is happening this weekend. Chanel's super excited about that. Anyways, we're gonna see a full moon tomorrow night and Sunday night. It will appear full both nights. It technically reaches max illumination on Sunday. The moonrise on Saturday, though, tomorrow is around 7:45. It's out also right now. It looks pretty full right now. It looks really great, really bright as I was pulling in. So, yeah, check out the Harvest Moon this weekend. Listen to some Neil Young, do the things, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty nice. It will be cool. Next weekend, though, looking fantastic. We're gonna see a lot of sunshine. Drier conditions are gonna prevail next week, but we're gonna warm things back up into the upper 70s, low 80s. So whoever it was that was asking for some warmth next week, hopefully it'll make you a little bit happier. Kelly said, sick 'em. All right, art prize starts this month. That is true. It's just, I think, a couple weeks. Next week, 2 weeks. It's coming up. I just found out that Western, their campus up in Grand Rapids, is hosting, for the first time, they're hosting a digital art exhibit. So that's kind of cool. So Western's kind of involved this year, which is kind of neat. And Art Prize is definitely something that is iconic to West Michigan. Good evening, Gwen. Good evening, Jesse. What's the condition for horseback riding? Me and my friends are doing a drill team. Man, that sounds intense. But I would think this is pretty good weather for that. You know, nice and cool, not too hot for the horses. And next week looking really nice too. My hometown, says Camden. I don't know what you're talking about, Camden. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here. I'll see you all later. I'll be on TV coming up at 10 on the ARC West Michigan and then 11 on Channel 3. So appreciate all of you. And trying to think if there was anything else. I think that's it. Check out my, I have an article up right now on the web about apple season. I talked to a great farmer just a few days ago named David Salerno, who runs Cannon Apple Orchard in Climax. And he was a great guy. I'm probably not going to inbox you, Chanel. But he was an awesome dude, and he was showing me his orchard, and he has some really, really solid apples. I was trying some of them, and he's a very small operation. He has like 4 acres of apple trees that he manages. He's done that for like 25-ish years, he told me, and really appreciate him. We have so many great orchards across our area, though. You know, I think of like Husted's, I think of Verhage, I think of, you know, you obviously got Gold Meadow. Trying to think. We got, why am I blanking? The guy, I know his name is Bill. Why am I blanking? Bill and Madawan. Bill. Hold on. Hold on. I feel so bad. This is just driving me crazy. I'm just having one of those moments, y'all. Why am I blanking? Schultz. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry, Bill Schultz / the Schultz family, if you're watching. I know all of you. I feel like I've interviewed like 3 of the Schultzes, and I couldn't remember your last name for some reason. That was weird. I was rattling off all the apple orchards that I can think of. Got Cranes up in Fenville. I think I've hit all of them. So yeah, support your local orchards. They're great. I am a sucker, I will say, for Bill's Donuts. I don't think they're Bill's Donuts, but at his farm. Also, Gold Meadow has really good donuts. Now I'm hungry for donuts. All right. Thank you all. And I will talk to you all later. I'll be here this weekend and doing the thing. All right. Take care and happy Friday. Keep warm, I guess, this weekend. Camden, is Gold Meadow worth it for 5 adults? Never been there. Lived my whole life. Love. Thanks. You know, Camden, I think it is. But I'm also not in the business of reviewing businesses when I work for the news. But because that gets a little sketchy, because I'm not really allowed to like say, oh my gosh, it's the best place. That's why I was rattling off all of them. But I have been there. It is a great time. But I'll let you decide that for yourself. But it is great. And they have a lot of different activities. Gold Meadow, I will say, that's like the spot if you want to do like the whole shebang. They got everything. They're like a big operation. Now, on the other end, you have my friend David Salerno, who, again, is Cannon Orchard out in Climax. And he's like very different, very small, just apples. You go, you pick. He doesn't have donuts. He's like, I don't even mess with that stuff. I just do the apples. And that's cool. So it's two different experiences that you're looking for. So, yeah, there's a lot of great places that you can check out. And I'm forgetting some. I'm sorry. I'm not intentionally forgetting it, but all right. I'm going to let you go. But thank you guys and take care and have a good Friday night. Go Lions. Also, let's go. Football's back. Let's go.